Story title: The Haunted Emperor's Shadow. Part 1. A Fateful Dawn in Ancient Rome. Hello and welcome back to the Wandering Narrator. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. Wherever you are, make yourself comfortable, because the story we're about to unfold will send a chill down your spine. Let me know where you're listening from, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all our eerie tales. Now, let's begin our journey into the haunting past of ancient Rome. It's the year 107 AD, and the grand city of Rome is alive with the hustle and bustle of its citizens. The sun rises over the magnificent city, casting golden light over the towering columns of the Pantheon and the majestic steps of the Colosseum. Rome, at this time, is at its peak, a vast empire stretching across the known world. The streets are filled with merchants selling their wares, soldiers patrolling, and citizens going about their day. But as the day begins, there's a strange, unexplainable feeling in the air. It's as if something is stirring deep within the heart of the empire, something ancient, something dark. Gaius Valerius, a simple Roman soldier, felt it. He had fought in battles across the empire, faced death countless times. But today, as he walked the streets of Rome, there was a palpable tension in the air that he couldn't ignore. It wasn't the usual noise and chaos of the city. It was something else, something unsettling. As he walked past the Grand Forum, Gaius felt his chest tighten. He paused, scanning the area around him. The distant sound of chariot wheels echoed through the cobblestone streets, but the city seemed unusually still. Then his eyes were drawn to a figure at the top of the steps to the Senate House. A tall man, draped in a dark toga, his face obscured by shadows. Gaius felt a cold shiver run down his spine. The man stood motionless, watching the soldiers march past. Gaius thought nothing more of it and continued on his way. But as he walked, something gnawed at the back of his mind, something he couldn't quite place. Who was that man? And why did he feel wrong? Part 2. The Emperor's Dark History. As Gaius's unease continued to grow, the rumors about Emperor Domitian, the ruler of Rome, began to swirl. Domitian, known for his ruthlessness and paranoia, had begun to make strange decisions in recent months. Whispers in the barracks told of strange dreams and visions he had been having. Dreams of ancient gods, dark shadows, and a voice in his ear telling him that his rule would end in blood. The people of Rome were beginning to notice his changing behavior. He had become more reclusive, more distant from his own advisors, and his eyes, they held a haunted, hollow look, as if something unseen was watching him. It was said that Domitian had called upon dark rituals in his later years, rituals meant to grant him eternal power. Some believed he had made a pact with the gods themselves. Others whispered that he had disturbed the ancient spirits of Rome's founders, and that they were angry with him. One evening, as the sun set behind the grand walls of the imperial palace, a strange cry echoed through the halls, high-pitched, desperate. Some say it was the emperor himself, others claim it was a servant. But no one dared investigate. The palace was eerily silent the next morning. Domitian had not been seen for 2 days. Part 3. The Mysterious Disappearance. As days turned into weeks, Gaius grew more concerned. He had never known his emperor to be so absent, so withdrawn. The whispers about the palace grew louder, until one day a soldier arrived at the barracks with news that sent a chill through the ranks. Domitian had disappeared, vanished without a trace. The official story was that the emperor had left the palace to seek counsel from the gods at a distant temple. But Gaius, who had served under Domitian for years, knew something was wrong. He had seen the emperor up close, felt the weight of his presence, and now he was gone. That night, as Gaius lay in his quarters, his mind racing with thoughts of his missing emperor, he heard something. A faint sound, like a footstep, followed by the unmistakable creak of a door opening. He quickly rose from his bed and crept down the narrow corridors of the barracks, following the sound. It led him to a darkened courtyard where the shadows seemed to dance unnaturally under the flickering torchlight. There, in the center of the courtyard, he saw it. The figure from earlier. The one he had seen standing in the Senate. The tall man, with his face still obscured, his form somehow unnatural. Gaius's heart pounded as he watched the figure slowly turn and face him. The coldness in the air intensified, like a heavy fog wrapping around him, choking him with every breath. Then, in a voice barely above a whisper, the figure spoke. "The Emperor is not gone. He is here, in the shadows." Questions to ponder. What do you think has happened to Emperor Domitian? Is he truly gone, or has he returned in a form far more sinister? Could this mysterious figure be the key to uncovering the truth? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this tale so far, don't forget to like and share. Stay tuned for the next part, where Gaius will uncover the dark secret of Emperor Domitian's reign and the terrifying truth behind the shadow that now haunts Rome.